increasingly, applications are really the foundation on which businesses are run. And the challenge that CIOs now have is these applications have to be secure, they have to be accessible from anywhere, any location, and they have to be atomized.
If you look at the Internet of Everything, it's everything from cloud applications to mobile devices to companies activating a lot of their dark assets that really aren't yet connected, or maybe we haven't thought of as devices or systems or applications that need to be connected. But they are. They're all turning on, they're all lighting up. There's this phenomenon of bringing your own application now, whether it's an app on the device or some cloud application that end users have discovered. The reality is that while that's exciting, and it certainly causes a shift in the dynamic of how IT needs to deal with and ultimately support the end user, it also creates both some challenges and opportunity.
People really kind of thought of, well, I have a mobile device. Now people think they're mobile, and they're actually operating in certain constructs in very many different mobile fashions. So you might be at work, you might be in your car, you might be on a plane, halfway across the world, but you're moving in the workload, and access to the workload and interaction that you're having with systems has to go along with that.
So the opportunity is for these individuals to be productive on these devices that they didn't have previously, that enable them to stay connected. And in order to do that, the organizations really need to have the infrastructure in place to be able to support all those wireless devices, but then they also need to have the intelligence to be able to understand who is accessing it, what they need to access, and what they should have access to.
I think when you think about what mobility can bring, it's contextual-based applications that are more predictive in nature because they know who you are, where you are, what direction you're traveling, what your preferences are. So if you have to go through and mine these terabits of data that you've historically had before, these legacy silos, mobile applications simply aren't going to work. So I think mobility drives cloud, cloud drives agility, and you can almost say the reverse is true. And so I think mobility is certainly a trend that's here to stay, and I think over the next few years we'll start thinking about mobility differently, but that's going to drive a whole new way to run IT.